Oh, hi. How's it going? This is Angelo. Just doing a little reading. I don't read a lot of books, believe it or not. I know I seem fairly educated, right? But I am checking out the rhyming dictionary that I got for my birthday from my good friend Lindsay. Anyhow, um, the rhyming dictionary from Merriam-Webster, a guide to creating lyrical expressions, and it has this group of like like a barbershop quartet on there. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that's I was thinking more like about a hip hop battle or something like that. Um, it's fun to see all the different things that rhyme with your name or words that are prevalent to you. Um, and I'll get into some updates pretty soon about what's going on, but I want to see what rhymes with my name. Um, okay, we're in the A's now. A-N-G, A-N-G, and nothing. I know Tangelo rhymes with my name. That's a like an orange fruit. Um, um, there's Angel. It says see angle, but so much for this. We don't even have Tangelo on there. Maybe I could get hello. Angelo, hello. Not really the same intonation there, inflection or whatever. Anyways, um, still working at raising funds for the National Brain Tumor Society. I've been going at that since March now, March or April. It seems like a never ending battle, but it's something I enjoy doing because it's something I strongly believe in. I think that there's nothing more important in my life right now that I could be focused on besides friends and family and basically the things that are everyday functions. I love all the people in my life that I choose to let in, and I'm happy about that. Everything seems on the up and up for the most part. I did get some downer news recently that um, after getting my brain MRI the Monday before my birthday was on June 23rd, so happy belated birthday to me and my mom, who's is the day after mine, as well as my friend Lindsay, who gave me this book. Her birthday is the same day as my mom's, day after mine. Anyhow, I digress. I found out that on June, let's see, my birthday was on a Thursday, so I found out the day before my birthday, Wednesday, the 22nd of June, that there'd been significant enough growth in the size of my brain tumor that it was strongly recommended by my oncologist, Dr. Lufkin, that radiation chemotherapy treatment would be needed or highly recommended. And not the best thing you want to hear. I found out that looking at my brain's MRI and the oligodendroglioma lesion tumor that's in there, the tumor in July 2014 measured 48.8 millimeters across and 62.4 millimeters front to back. Well, this June, almost into July, uh, it was from 48.8 now to 51.2. So we're looking at almost about 2.5 centimeter growth. And from front to back, it was only about uh, from 62.4 millimeters to 64.7 millimeters. So that was not as significant a growth, only about a third of a centimeter. Actually, less than that. No, 3 centimeters. I apologize. Conversion to from millimeters to centimeters is actually quite easy. You just move the decimal point over. I do like the metric system so much better than our wonky system here. Anyhow, I tried a new medication recently called perampanel, which markets as Fycompa. And this was a different type of antiepileptic medication. It worked as a glutamate inhibitor in the brain, and it worked through the liver instead of through my other meds, Keppra, aka levetiracetam, and oxcarbazepine, aka triliptal. Those drugs work renally or through the kidneys, and just a completely whacked out effect that I got from it. It was another one of these drugs that you titrate up on. I start off with just a 2 milligram coated tablet right before bed, and after a week go up to 4 milligrams, which is the therapeutic dose, because that's where you start to feel the effects. They wanted me to go up to 6 milligrams. Well, I got just into 4, and I was experiencing anxiety, seizures, all kinds of ill effects of that. So I one night called in to the neurologist and decided time to quit this, and asked what to do. Well, the neurologist on duty, he woke from a slumber. I could tell he was sleeping. He was my old neurologist, and he's like, well, what does it say? Like, he hadn't heard of the drug, and it's my poor impersonation of him. And I was like, well, what, doesn't really say a lot. I titrated up on it, and like, I didn't really tell you how to come off of it. He's like, well, I go down to the 2 milligrams for a few days and stop taking it. And that was essentially what I would have done anyways, titration. I've gone out on a limb on my own and titrated from down on medications. I feel like they just like to dole out meds in this country versus other countries. And when I feel a little twitchy, I'll go and take some of this high CBD cannabis oil, which this one's made with vegetable glycerin. A little drop sublingually there under the tongue, and typically want to avoid these guys, which are anti-anxiety medications, lorazepam, aka Ativan. Those I try to avoid at all costs. I keep a journal of everything, well, not everything, but a lot of the stats that are going on with me, because I'm serious about beating this brain tumor, and at least treating it in a way that's going to work optimally for me. I mean, before I've shot and missed a bunch of times, especially with one thing that comes to mind is the time I tried to employ the ketogenic diet, which is a lot like Atkins diet. It's denying your body carbohydrates to a very large degree, and essentially was a starvation type diet. Well, that didn't work out very well. I ended up being hospitalized for 10 days, lost a whole bunch of weight. I lost a lot of weight recently from the Fycompa. I was nauseous all of the time, especially on the 4 milligram dosage. And so I stopped taking it. And now I feel better. But for days to follow, this drug, which comes with a 105 plus hour half-life, which means the drug stays at full potency until 105 hours. Well, it reaches half potency at 105 hours, and that's actually extended. Being on oxcarbazepine, it has a multiplier effect there, if you will. But I have gone for the first time in June. I made it 2 days consecutively without benzodiazepines in more than 200 days. I did that 2 times. Usually those times were followed by real breakdowns and seizures. It took me like 3 milligrams of Ativan to bounce back. And just recently, on July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I made it 3 consecutive days without benzos. So that's good news. But then 2.5 milligrams of Ativan yesterday. Still working at it. I can feel the Fycompa just minimally hanging out in my system. I think it's just about gone. You can tell that when you go to pee. I won't get into detail, but you can tell when there's something going on with your pee. Color, smell, all that fun crap, but it's not crap, it's pee. Anyways, battery's draining quick on this not plugged in MacBook Pro as I make this video, but I will finish what I'm getting at and move on. So found out that the tumor has grown, the oligodendroglioma tumor has grown, which exists in my left parietal lobe and has moved, was in a bit into my frontal lobe, the back side of my frontal lobe. You can feel like a notch where your skull fuses with the back and front there. I can feel mine even more pronounced because I had a brain biopsy initially. When I was diagnosed, they drilled me open and took a little piece of brain to examine it to see what type of tumor I had. It was determined by the most concentrated area that I had a stage 2 oligodendroglioma, which the neurosurgeon told me, Dr. Eller, if you're going to have a tumor, this is the one you want, a brain tumor. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that's good, right? I don't want one, though. Anyhow, found out that because of all that, it's strongly recommended by my oncologist that I should undergo radiation coupled with chemotherapy. Cereal in my tea here. Sorry, that's gross. Anyhow, so I'm going to do it. I'm going in. They made a mask of my face, my head, so that I can lock into the radiation machine, and 5 days a week for 6 weeks I am going to be getting radiated. And I'm told that about week 2 or 3 I can expect probably my hair is going to fall out. It may or may not grow back, because especially at the point where my tumor is closest to my skull. Anyhow, as I mentioned, it was moving into the portion of my head that where it was pushing more into the frontal lobe, causing what's called a sulcal effacement. That's where the 2 lobes of the brain are together, or becoming worn away, and not good news. Not good at all. So, working through that, working with that, but that's it, I guess. Also, with the radiation treatment, which is supposed to last 42 days or 6 weeks. I'm also undergoing. I'm going to be taking Temodar orally, and that's a type of chemotherapy that you take in pill form. And then a stronger dose of Temodar will be um, given after the chemotherapy. So this young, beautiful 40-year-old man, new to the 40s, is going to be taking a punishing, but I feel like I'm ready for it because I've been working at keeping fit. Not bad for a 40-year-old. Look at that. No belly left anymore. I do need to beef up a little bit, so when I lose my appetite for food, I'll be able to handle it. I know that there's nausea and general weakness involved, but I also want to really get away from being on the antiepileptic drugs. I'm inspired by an author and just overall inspirational guy named Will Pye. I've talked about him before. Pye. Will has a book called Blessed with a Brain Tumor, and he also has a Facebook group called Radical Gratitude. He employs a lot of mindfulness, meditation type work, yoga, and just as an inspiration to high strung, nutty brain tumored people like myself. But I want to also bring it in to mention the National Brain Tumor Society. I know a lot of you have heard me repeatedly talk about this, and I don't want to badger hard, but I would really love it if you could hop on board with Team Brew Public. That's my team. All of the proceeds that you can give, and if you join our team to walk, that's here in Portland on August 7th. It's a Sunday. You can also create your own event in your town through the website. If you go to braintumor.org, and there's a list of events nationally at events.braintumor.org. I'll put the link for Team Brew Public up on the page where I post this, and that's the short and long of it. To make a short story long, if I ever do write a book, which I really, really want to do, I will maybe title it Digressions from a Sidebar, about trying to wrangle in thought, and the book would just be one long stream of consciousness. I'm sure that's been done before. If I read more, I would have more to cite on that front. But I want to see what rhymes with tumor. I know rumor. One that wears too much perfume. Would they be a perfumer? I don't know. Let's see. Umer. It'll give you something fun to rhyme. National Brain Tumor Society, though. They're the largest not-for-profit group. I also want to mention, since I've been involved in the craft beer industry a lot of my adult life, we are Team Brew Public, which Brew Public is the group the company website, events site that I created, and now is run by Darius DJ Paul, my best friend. He and I are co-captaining this Team Brew Public. So thank you, DJ. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Also, he and I are working together to put together some events for this to raise funds for the National Brain Tumor Society. So we have on the 13th, thanks to Bailey's Tap Room and Gigantic Brewing Company, one of the best breweries in town and one of the best tap rooms in town. We're going to do an event there at the Upper Lip, I believe. And All of the proceeds are going to the National Brain Tumor Society for 2 special beers that will be on tap. And then on the 15th, we're doing an event. All the proceeds, again, going to the National Brain Tumor Society for these particular beers. Upright Brewing and 5440 Brewing from Portland, Oregon, and Washougal, Washington, respectively, they've combined to do a special wild blend aged in barrel aged. More details for that we have a Facebook page for that event you can check out, and that's happening at the Beer Mongers, an awesome craft beer bar you can usually find me at on a Saturday between like 1 and 5. I do a short volunteer shift there. So thanks, big ups to all the people involved, Jeff at Bailey's, Ben and the crew at Gigantic, and Sean at Beer Mongers, and Alex and Bolt at Upright and 5440. We're also going to be working at doing an event on the 4th of August at Bazi Beer Brasserie, which is one of the best Belgian beer bars, and they have all the soccer matches on there. You name it, that's the soccer bar in town on the big screen. Thanks to Hilda for doing that. And we're working right now to get an event with Sarah Veza, so some of the top craft beer places in town. And we're working there with Sarah Peterson, the owner, and Clark, who's the beer purchaser and event guy. And I'm hoping that I heard from Tin Bucket about doing an event at Sarah Veza's Bad Habit Room, but I haven't talked to those guys in a minute, so I'll have to check back with Drew and Jason and John. But and there's another event we should be doing also at the Green Dragon Pub of Rogue at that pub down in Southeast Portland. Been working with Noah about that, and there's a lot of breweries that have expressed interest that we would love to get involved with on that one, like Falling Sky Brewing that I used to work for. Also, Good Life Brewing, who I've been tied into, and also Walking Man Brewing. So big ups to James out there. That's about it for the details on all this rigmarole. But I still need to find out the words that rhyme with tumor, and then I'm going to get off here. I do know a few, like tumor, rumor, exhumer, perfumer. Let's see. I don't want to ruin it, so let's just see what we've got. LM, where's M? U, image, human. Okay, we're close. Umbar, umber. I guess we don't have it. Oh, wait. Tummy, say umi, plummet. Say UMER. Alright, let's see UMER then. I was looking up UMOR. UMER. Bloomer, groomer, humor, rumor, sumer, tumor, consumer, costumer, exhumer, or exhumer, perfumer, presumer, shush boomer. That's my favorite, shush boomer. All right. Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for listening. I'll have updates for you as time progresses. Also, I'll let you know what's going on with my social justice case with the Multnomah County, Portland Police. I love y'all. I really appreciate you tuning in, following. This is I just watched over an hour video of some woman talking about politics. I don't know why. I got to get out there and enjoy this beautiful summer. It's so nice. We're in the best days right now where the sun is staying out late, coming up early, and they're just starting to get shorter now. So we really got to not take them for granted. Unless you're in the southern hemisphere, then optimistically speaking, the days are only getting better. So either way, it's looking good. Um, it's great right now here, and it's going to get even better down there. So I don't know why they say down there, because really the earth is not necessarily, north is not up. It's just the way we view it. But out here on the left coast, that's where we talk about things, I guess. I'm really looking forward to my mom moving out here. She'll be here on the 8th. My mom, my best friend and, life coach, Jean. I love you, Mom. I already said best friend about 2 people. I have a lot of best friends, so I guess that would not be strictly the definition of best. But I have a lot of wonderful friends and wonderful support out there and around me. So thank you all for being in my life. And thank you for watching this and caring about me. And I hope that you will take the time, if you have the resources, to make a donation, whether it's small or large, to the National Brain Tumor Society, and even more. And I would even hope that if you are, that you would be able to donate to Team Brew Public, because that would help us to reach our fundraising goal. And all of the funds, no matter who you give it to, all goes to the National Brain Tumor Society and helps the cause to drive research for a cure, treatment and education, and everything that's involved in having a wonderful brain tumor. All right. Have a great day, y'all. Love you. Have the best night as well. Okay. Peace.